the path to enlightenment. Today we dive into cosmic consciousness. Today we dive into cosmic consciousness. Let me know if you can see me clearly, hear me clearly, and you want me to discuss this topic. I can see that we're all together and I'm getting messages from you, so I hope you can see me and hear me clearly. If that's the case, let me know and we shall proceed. Do you want me to dive today with you into the realm of cosmic consciousness? Would you like that? Okay, so of course there's always some redundancy when I speak, but I have to clarify a few things. Okay, consciousness is who we are, and consciousness expresses itself as different states of experience. The body is a particular state of experience, and it's a changing state of experience from fertilized egg to embryo, zygote, infant, baby, child, toddler, teenager, adult, old person, death. Okay, so the body is an experience and it's a changing experience. So is the mind. Thoughts come and go, it's a changing experience. And so are emotions, so are perceptions, so is everything that we experience and experience happening in consciousness. So consciousness is the basis of, quote unquote, all experience. It's the knowing element in every experience. As has been said, it's where experience happens, and it's where experience is known, and ultimately all experience is made out of consciousness because it's the ontological primitive. Consciousness is modifying itself into sensations, perceptions, images, feelings, thoughts that create our experience of a changing reality that we call the scenery. Today, though, I want to also go a little deeper, because I said we dive into cosmic consciousness, go beyond the traditional states of consciousness that we experience every day, waking states. So waking state, I hope you're in that right now, so you can look at me and listen to me. So this is the waking state. It gives us the experience of what we call a physical body in a physical world, which essentially is a perceptual activity and an interpretation of that perceptual activity. So the physical world and the physical body is a magical lie, as some of my friends have said before. It's a convenient fiction. The physical body and the physical world is a convenient fiction, very useful. If we go with that convenient fiction, we can create science, technology, all of that. Okay? But what we call physical reality is waking state of consciousness, experiencing this world, this body, everything. The second state of consciousness is dreams, and everyone's experienced dreams: vague, ephemeral, cloudy, ambiguous, contradictory, changing characters, on and on. I don't have to tell you what the dream state feels like. You experienced it last night, right? You experienced it last night. So we know what the dream state is. Then we also have something called the deep sleep state, where all experience seems to disappear. But I think if you have good, deep, and profound, peaceful sleep, you know that there's a little bit of awareness even in deep sleep. A little bit. It's not like the world has completely disappeared. There's a knowing of existence. Subtle, but there is. I exist. I am. Doesn't go away in deep sleep. Okay, so this every day people experience. The fourth state is called Turiya. Turiya is transcendental consciousness or transcendence. It is a glimpse of awareness in the midst of experience. So right now, as you're listening to me, as you're watching me, I hope you are, just turn your attention to that which is watching. Be aware of that which is watching. And be aware that that which is watching is also aware of your own body and mind, as well as watching everything else. Okay, so the awareness that is watching you is the same awareness that is watching everything else. In fact, the same awareness is watching me. We are in that space of awareness. If you wanted to call it technical, then cyberspace. But our cyberspace is a limited cognitive, perceptual space within the realm of infinite awareness. And that awareness right now is aware of me, of you, of these thoughts that I'm having, of the thoughts you're having. And it, at a deep level, knows that it is observing this body-mind and all other body-minds within a perceptual framework. At this moment, we've expanded it through what we call cyberspace. Turiya is being aware of being aware in the midst of experience. Fourth state of consciousness. If you want an English word for it, then let's call it soul consciousness. And now we come to what we want to talk about. Cosmic consciousness. Cosmic consciousness is when you're fully aware of being aware in waking, dreaming, sleeping. So the witnessing awareness is fully alert in waking, dreaming, and sleeping. And there's a spontaneous knowing, I'm not the body-mind, this changing body-mind. I'm not the changing world. I'm the awareness in which the body-mind and changing world and everybody's body-mind and their changing world is constantly recycling, evolving, and shifting into expanded and more diverse realms of experience. That would be cosmic consciousness. In cosmic consciousness, also, you lose the fear of death because you realize that birth and death are happening all the time at every scale, from photons to galaxies. And this birth and death is happening instantly, all the time. But I am not that. I'm the alert witnessing of that. So there's no fear of death. What else happens in cosmic consciousness? Pure creativity. Pure creativity, pure love, pure knowing, pure synchronicity, and 100% comfort with uncertainty. Because without the proliferation of uncertainty, there's no creativity and no fear of death. Who would not want that? To be living in a state of being which is always clear, which is always pure, which is full of love, which is pure creativity, all-knowing, and no fear of death, because death happens to experience, not to that which is having the experience. This is cosmic consciousness. So now, personal confession. Since COVID-19 pandemic and the quarantine, other than speaking to you every day, doing a little reading, doing a little writing, I've been spending a lot of time in mindful awareness, in yoga nidra, doing kriyas, doing pranayam, doing yoga, totally engaged, if you want, in both the celebration of existence and the celebration of the awareness of existence, and feeling tremendous gratitude. So that's what I've been doing. I've been ending up sometimes 3 to 4 hours every day in some form of yogic practice or kriyan or yoga nidra or tantric ritual or something or the other, having an amazing time while also trying to help people in finding ways to decrease inflammation in their body and decrease the stress, because causing so many problems right now with the COVID pandemic. But I have had every morning when I wake up, I have a few revelations, and some of those I share with you, some of those I keep private. And so today, this morning, when I woke up, I thought to myself, why not dive with all of you today a little bit into cosmic consciousness? You know, we can explore it all the way we want, go all the way into the depths of being, and we will. But let me share a few insights today and a few ideas on how to be a conscious agent from cosmic consciousness, from the level of cosmic consciousness. So here are a few axioms that I want to share with you. If you want somebody, please write them down, and we can put them somewhere here, and we can analyze them, discuss them, actually go much deeper than we can today into each of these axioms. Okay? Each of these axioms. Axiom number 1. Nothing conceivable or perceivable is fundamental or real. Nothing conceivable or perceivable. So right now, what is perceivable? My hand, my body, the furniture, my own body, your body, the computer. Nothing perceivable is fundamental or real. What does that mean? It means that whatever you are perceiving right now is transient, it's changing, it's ephemeral, it's ungraspable, it's a coming and going of sensations, perceptions, thoughts, feelings, emotions, etc. Nothing perceivable, nothing conceivable. Conceivable also means what we imagine or conceive based on our perceptual activity. And we've already said perceptual activity is unreliable. You know, the ground is stationary, the earth is flat, and things are solid. It's a magical lie. Okay, so nothing conceivable or perceivable is fundamental or real. If it's not perceivable or conceivable, then it can't be space or time. So space-time, as my friend Don Hoffman, who's a cognitive scientist, he says, is doomed. He's doomed. Okay. Axiom number 2. Every object and every event is the history or the presence of the past. Every object and every event is a history of the past. This is a book, it's paper, it's a bunch of squiggles, has no meaning. It's a tree, it's an ecosystem, it's bugs and bees, it's as a tree, it's the weather patterns, the sun, the moon, the stars, the wind, the sky. This is a history of the entire universe, but every object is a history of the past. Every event is a history of the past. So, very important, the past is present in every object that you perceive, in every thought that you have, in every emotion that you feel, in every perception, is the presence of the past. Is the presence of the past, which means it actually doesn't exist. You know, only now exists, right? So, axiom number 2, Every object and event is the history or presence of the past. I hope you like that. Are you enjoying this? Please tell me. Emotion is history? Yes, every emotion is history. It's the interpretation of a story, right? What else? Now you're getting it. Emotion is history. Teresa? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So let's go to axiom number 3. The matrix of all experience is interbeingness. Everything interdependently co-arises. Doesn't matter what it is. A book, a watch, since it's the history of the past, and everybody's entangled in that history. That entanglement of the history is interbeingness. It's like a net. You know, have you ever heard, or a web? Spider's web. But in the Vedanta, they speak of Indra's web. In Indra's heaven, there's a set of pearls so contained that every pearl reflects all other pearls. And in fact, every pearl is the history of the entire universe and is all the other pearls. Indra's net. Threads, intersections of threads. And every individual is an intersection of all the threads, but encapsulates interbeingness. So you, me, we encapsulate interbeingness. We are individual focal points in this moving holo movement, which is the matrix of interbeingness that is projecting itself as ultimately infinite universes. In any case, that's axiom number 3. The matrix of all experience is interbeingness. Axiom number 4. The individual. Now, since Sanskrit, individual is what we call bindu. The bindu is the individual. It's a tantric term, bindu. You know those little red dots that Indian women put on their foreheads? And many saints do it also. The bindu is the focal point of interbeingness, the matrix of interbeingness that is projecting as the individual and that individual's life experiences. So, axiom number 4, bindu, the individuation of cosmic interbeingness as the individual interbeing woven into the matrix of all interbeings, but entangled at the same time. That's who you are. That's who I am. So let's call that axiom number 3. Axiom number 4, creative intelligence is the nature. Creative intelligence is the nature of not only the matrix of interbeingness, but your fundamental nature. Your fundamental nature is creative intelligence that not only learns from the past, recycles the past, which we call karma, but actually has the impulse for evolution to shift the karma into expanded realms of creativity, but also of imagination. Why imagination? Because imagination is part of the recipe that the chef, which you are the chef, is going to use to create a new universe and a new experience for yourself. You are the chef. And so your essential nature is you are creative intelligence with infinite imagination. Infinite imagination. Imagination is what evolves out of perception, interpretation, sensations, images, feelings, thoughts. They're all ultimately leading to imagination as the raw material for creating. First imagining, then conceptualizing, then creating new territories for the matrix of interbeingness to explore. So then, who are you? beyond all this. You are inconceivable. You are beyond all perceptions. You are spaceless. You are timeless. You are immortal. You are eternal. You are the inconceivable creative intelligence of the universe modifying itself into concepts, perceptions that you call everyday reality. And so what is this creativity? This creativity, let's go to axiom number, now I've forgotten the sequence. So I think axiom number 4, whatever, was creative intelligence. Axiom number 5 would be, I am the inconceivable that makes the conceivable and the perceptual possible. I am infinite. And creativity is my playground. So what is the raw material of creativity besides imagination and creative intelligence? What we call qualia, qualities of experience, states of change. Unintentional and also intentional. And what is creativity then? It is the willingness to consciously step into the unknown, knowing you're creating it as you go along. Axiom number 7, 8, now I've forgotten. I've lost track. So the unknown, knowing itself and expanding its awareness into greater realms of creativity and imagination, exploring new territories to explore that were previously conceived, constructed, governed, and imagined in consciousness. So you are the presence of the unknown in every experience, in every known. Moral, embrace the unknown always to be eternally free. Be aware in the unknown and you start to wake up. You start to deconstruct the dream. You start to know that you need not embrace the experience, only embrace that in which experience occurs. And then you can enjoy the experience. You can upgrade the experience. You can revel in the experience. You can be passionate in the experience. You can have extreme joy in the experience. You can exhilarate in the experience because you also know that you're intrinsically free of this particular experience and free to create any experience you want. So, I just picked up this book this morning. I've been using it. It's actually a tattered copy of an old Rabindranath Tagore poems, Gitanjali. And I'm reading now, I just pulled it out, poem number 80, that talks about what it might feel like to be in cosmic consciousness. Now, before I conclude, I want to share with you that this is directly, what I'm sharing with you is directly from my experience, but it's not new. This experience has been had by thousands of people over the ages. And it's actually not an experience, it's revelation. It's waking up. Tagore, I am like a remnant of a cloud of autumn. I am like a remnant of a cloud of autumn, uselessly roaming in the sky. Oh, my sun, ever glorious, your touch has not yet melted my vapor, making me one with your light. And so I count months and years separated from you. If this be thy wish, and if this be thy play, then take this fleeting emptiness of mine, paint it with colors, gild it with gold, float it on the wanton wind, and spread it in varied colors. And again, when it shall be your wish to end this play at night, I shall melt and vanish away in the dark, or it may be in a smile of the white morning, in a coolness of purity transparent. In a coolness of purity transparent. Luminous purity, luminous being, luminous heart. Only with the heart, as the saying goes, can we touch the sky. Wishing you all cosmic consciousness. I find all your comments very nourishing and very validating, so thank you so much, and I'll be here tomorrow, and we shall continue this exploration together. If you want, we can go over the axioms. Let me know each one of them. Keep diving deeper, but remember, knowledge without experience is useless, and experience without knowledge is confusing, so we need both. Also, please check out chopracentermeditation.com or just chopra.com. We have a 21-day meditation starting on body, mind, and spirit. I think it's today. We have also a Spanish version with Jay Baldwin. So check out the next 21-day meditation experience starting today, body, mind, and spirit.